Hello, you guys. Welcome to On Your Mind podcast. I am your host, Melissa De Lueta, and we actually have a special guest today, and it's no other than my boyfriend, Patrick. Whoa! You have to wave at the audience everywhere. I'm so excited to have him here. He's here against his will, of course. And yeah, I'm so excited. I know I asked you guys online for a few questions in regards to what would you like to ask us in regards to relationship advice, business, or just even fitness, whatever it is. I went ahead and wrote your guys' questions down and we're going to go through those. So before we do go ahead and jump into this episode, what do I say?
Cue the intro. You see, I know.
All right, so going into this episode, I guess we could tell people a bit about you and who you are. That's definitely something I want to do with my guest. So tell us a bit about yourself.
So I am Patrick Soto. I am a law student and general contractor, and most importantly, your boyfriend.
That's all they got to know.
That's it. Cut.
No, you definitely do a lot of different things, and that's why I feel like you're so perfect in this episode because I feel like, I don't know, I love picking your brain. So the fact that people are asking us questions in regards to that, like I'm also curious to know, although I do know a few of the answers, but yeah, so I feel like it'll be fun and you guys will actually learn a lot from him. So let's start with the first one, and that is, where did you guys meet? Where did we meet?
We met at a ratchet spot in Midtown. Think of the ratchetest spot. If you know. They just closed down, I think.
I love that. It adds more character to where we met.
It definitely wasn't like a memorable night. Like, lots of drinks were going on, things like that. So I wouldn't really recall like.
No, you were pretty.
All right.
You were pretty up there.
So ultimately, I ended up getting your Snap.
Yes.
I think your Snap was like the thing. And I seen you post that you were at my gym. And I was like, yo, this girl goes here. Like, how have I not run into you? Like, you just got a membership or what? And then.
Yeah, but in regards to the bar we met at, we showed up at different. You're like, I wanted to just bypass that. Right. But in regards to that, I feel like, well, we came in different, I wasn't even going to go out that night, as I told you before. And I really wasn't. Why don't you believe me? My friend was begging me to go, and you weren't going to go out that night, you said, either. So it's pretty crazy that we bumped into each other. But just as you said, I mean, yeah, at the end of the night, we basically didn't pay attention to each other the whole night. And then you asked for my Snap. And I'm actually shocked because I feel like usually I would have been like, why didn't you ask for my number? Or like, why'd you ask me for my Snap?
I can see that.
But yeah.
Just give your number out to nobody,
Exactly.
Got to be careful with people out here.
That's true. Okay. Thank you, Snap, for keeping me safe. So how we actually like met each other and got to know each other a bit was he asked me out to our first ever date, and that was the gym, which really caught my attention because I've never been like invited to the gym as a date. So I want to know your viewpoint on that as well, because I actually showed up to that date with no makeup, and I was kind of going back and forth, like, should I wear makeup? Like, I should, no, I shouldn't, let me not. I ended up choosing not to wear makeup that day. And I was like, I think that was a point where I was just very secure of who I am, and I'm like, if I do find someone, then I want them to like love me for me and how I look, whether it is with makeup, like the good and the bad of it. So yeah. But what was like your side of like me wearing no makeup and just like the gym? Like, what was your mindset at that time?
At the time, really, I mean, you know me, I like to stay super busy. So I was like, all right, if I do go on a date, then it got to be at the gym, because that's where, I still hadn't knocked it out that day. So I was
You're just fitting me in your schedule.
It works
Thank
out
you.
because it's like, whether the date goes good or bad, at the end of the day, you got your workout in, so you didn't waste time, type of thing. At the time, that was my mindset because I was super busy, and that was the first thing. And you save money if you're a dude. That's a go-to.
Let me find out that was the only reason, because you didn't want to spend money on me.
I spent money on that second.
I was
date,
gonna
though.
say though, I think
spent
I
money
think
on
I
that second
made
date,
you
though.
pay for the
So,
second date. I will say on our first date at the gym, I loved it so much too, and I feel like that's where I kind of knew you were different because of the questions you were kind of asking me in regards to like what books do you read, like what do you like about them, and you were asking questions as I said about you, like you were picking my brain, and I feel like we just had so much similarities to where that's just kind of where like my infatuation for you grew. And because I was like, wow, like first the gym, then all these like intellectual conversations I've like never had, so that was really nice. So yeah.
No, I agree. I felt the same exact way. I was like, okay, one, obviously you look good, so that's something I paid attention to. And then secondly, I was like, talking to you was way different than talking to any guy or girl in normal in general. I feel like I was able to learn from you as well as, try to feed you some of what I know, so ultimately I feel like that's what made us really attached to each other right away.
Yeah, I agree. I know the next question is, how long have we been together?
Is it like more than 2 years, like 3 type thing?
Yeah, so I love this question because not a lot of people know this. We actually didn't have like an exact date of whenever we started dating till just recently. I'd say last year, you asked me to be your girlfriend.
In Tulum, super nice.
Yes, he went all out for it. So I guess you made it worth the wait. But I guess we just kind of, when we started hanging out, we were just kind of inseparable. And we both kind of just not assumed, but we were just together, you could say.
But like one time, one of your like friends gave flag for that. I forgot what friend it was, just to not say. But
gave a flag, like it's a red flag.
Yeah. Like they had said like a little joke about it one time, but to me it was more so. It's not about counting the time; it's about making the time count. So I feel like to me that's big. It's like there's relationships where people are together for 20 years. They go celebrate every year, but realistically, like you know what I'm saying?
Every relationship's different, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't really done stuff, experienced things together, things like that. So that was my headspace in it. That's why I'm like, I never keep up with certain dates on certain things. It's just about making it flow. I almost said the S word, but making things flow.
Yes. You trying not to cuss. Yeah. Is it hard for you right now?
I'm
putting you. Yeah.
I do not.
Maybe this will make you realize that you do.
Possibly.
This is a friendly. This is, what is it? A PG type of podcast. Yeah. But you kind of like, you made it happen. So yeah. The next question is, best advice to keep the relationship strong, especially in a time where we don't have privacy.
To keep it strong, sincerely, like not even, I would say just the gym. Like that's a way to keep the relationship strong. I genuinely feel like when both people are in tune with the gym, they're in tune with themselves. And when they're in tune with themselves, then they don't project onto a relationship. So I feel like a way to be strong in a relationship is be strong physically. Like that's they tie in, so that'd be my advice as a guy. I know that.
Go to the gym, you guys. You just go to the gym. All your problems are solved. You want $1 million, go to the gym. Yeah,
it's like even if y'all are mad at each other, like y'all girls get them glutes, us guys get the chest, and like trust me, afterwards y'all both gonna be feeling rewarded by being able to grow. So I feel like that in turn flows into like a good mindset, That
makes sense, because then when you go to the gym, you're in tune with your mind. Like it's a mind type of connection.
Exactly.
I'd say what keeps our relationship strong is kind of just like the foundation of where our relationship's at and what it's built off of. So just making sure that foundation's always well, and just going back to ourselves, whether, because I feel like the outside world could kind of interfere with the relationship. I mean, that's what it is. There's other girls out there, there's other guys out there, there's drama, there's like just different scenarios to where whenever you go back into like our home, like I'd say like us too, and just like checking up on each other sincerely, I feel like is what's kept our relationship strong. Because obviously we have been through some stuff, but I feel like at the end of the day, we just choose each other, like despite what like anyone has to say, whoever it is, whether it's a family or whatever it is, like we always just come back and we realize that we're a team and it's like us against the world compared to like, oh, I'm siding with someone else or like this or that. Like it's just kind of us two walking through life.
Yeah, and I feel like another big thing is really just realizing like life is short. Like enjoy that thing, you know, because really, I mean, we're young. But I mean, you just never know. So it's like, yo, just enjoy it. Love the people around you. And if someone does a little something to get you mad, then like, come on, just grow out of it. Life is short. I mean, unless it's something serious. And of course, you know what I mean? That's way different. But
take care of it.
I'm just kidding. I feel like most couple arguments are very easily solved, you know?
That is
like,
so true.
Take out the trash. Things like, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? At least what I hear, you know, I feel like me and you don't really, back then, yeah, but now, it's rare that we argue about anything.
It is.
Honestly.
And obviously, we kind of learned throughout the years, but yeah, I can't really recall the last time we have argued, but I think again is because we have worked on our dynamic. Our next question is a gym question. So it's, how do you guys stay motivated at the gym? How do you stay motivated? I want to know. I feel like I've answered this in one of the episodes, like how to stay motivated, but how do you do it?
As a guy, I mean, you don't get to decide if you're motivated or not. Like, you just have to go, you know, that's a must. I mean, put on a video of Christian Guzman or anybody you look up to that's a good influence in the fitness community or even in general in business. I mean, a lot of people, everything, like I said, at the end of the day, it relates. So you look good, you feel good, you do good. And I highly believe in that. Like, if you're a guy, you just got to do it. Like, there is no,
just do it.
If you don't feel motivated, just show up, take some pre, and, you know, trust me, it'll hit. So, you know, that's my take. Just watch a fitness video and trust me, you're going to see a dude smaller than you and you're going to be like, nah, I don't like that. Like, let's go. You know, I'm hyped. Even just thinking it right now, I'm like, yo, Christian Guzman can't beat me. Like, let's go.
Yeah, so it's like kind of like, what is it? A healthy type of competitiveness that you guys have between each other.
Yeah, so, and I mean, if a friend too, you know, my friend David, I know he'll be like, hey, I'm at the gym. Have you hit it today? So it's like being able to hold each other accountable as like, as friends, you know, it's like, or brothers, whatever the case is just hold each other accountable and hold yourself accountable. You know, do it like as if you're going to brush your teeth every day. You know, even if it's just quick little 30 minutes cardio, whatever the case is.
I agree. I feel like the way I stay motivated for the gym is one of them would be what I intake. So, you know, as you said, you put videos on. I also kind of watch what I have on social media. So who I follow, what I want to do. So I get inspiration from that. So I won't really follow videos that don't really partake in what I want in my mindset. So if I do follow a fitness woman, like it'll be full on my feed. So then it'll push me that day of like, let me go to the gym. Like, oh, I love that. And like, oh, I love her abs or things like that to where, or even like different workouts, you know? I know right now the fitness community, some people do throw out videos. So you have to be careful on, the realism of fitness and what exactly does work and what doesn't and what's fake and all. But yeah, I feel like I get inspiration from online because I'm always on there. Like that's my job. So doing that, as well as just kind of always reminding myself, like as I'm getting older, I want to take care of myself. So just fueling the body, what it needs. And yeah, those are kind of like the ones that automatically like get me to the gym. And just remembering my goals. We both connect in this way, but I don't like to do nothing.
Not to cut you off, but I do feel like another thing is, as a guy, I mean, your girl, if you don't have a girl, you're not going to get one. If, you know, you don't even take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of her? That's definitely something that girls notice, women notice. And then if you do have a girl, it's like, don't let yourself go just because you're in the relationship and you're comfortable. Because, you know, a swole guy could pull up one day and it's like, not you know, not saying you would or something, but I mean, come on, like if there's better options, come on, just make sure to be your best option, you know? So I don't know. I think that's an important take of just like
your self-worth.
Yeah. Love yourself enough to take care of yourself. You only get one body, you know? So, you know, and it's like, what are your parents going to think too? Like people you love, like, You need to take care of yourself. Like they gonna feel bad. They ain't gonna like it. They gonna be scared. You get a heart attack, things like that, whatever the case is. So yeah, for sure. Love yourself, compete with yourself. Those are big ones.
I agree with you on that. So going on to the next question, what are y'all's favorite go-to healthy meals? This makes me laugh because like, no, we eat healthy. Like, I know we don't think we do as far as it goes. Like, there's people who eat the same thing every single day. They count their macros and things like that. Like, we're not to that extent, but even then I really thought about it. I'm like, we do eat healthy. Like, compared to, you know, we're not snackers. We don't do this or that. I feel like our go-to healthy meal, actually, let's see if we're
at the same time.
Yes.
Acai bowls.
Acai bowls. That's true. I was going to say salmon. I feel like we eat a lot of salmon.
I love salmon.
And rice.
Eggs every morning. I love eggs.
Oh, we eat eggs like crazy. We'll go to Costco and buy like the whole box full, and we'll like destroy all of it within like a week's worth.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I feel like I could live off that. Just eggs, salmon, chicken, and
let me find out.
Let
me find out we're gonna have a farm when we're older. I'm gonna be getting your eggs, go fishing for the salmon, and then chicken. Yeah. No, yeah, that's basically like the holy trinity to our meal.
Yeah, we don't switch it up too much from like those right there.
Yeah, those are definitely our go-to. And black beans. Yeah. Well, not all the time, but like with rice or things like that. Yeah. Oh, also with our breakfast, we always have avocado and so it'd be like eggs, avocado, and what are those like chicken sausage links? We always do chicken. We don't do the pork. So we do the chicken sausage links. Yeah. So those would be our meals and what we really go to.
But we'll indulge in some like some Mexican food from time to time, you know, family events or whatever the case is. So it isn't just that. We're not that boring, you know, so.
Oh, yeah.
You got to keep it honest.
No, completely.
Can't say no to my tia Nancy. Fire food.
No, yeah, no doubt. She makes such amazing food. But even then, like, you know, I like my carne asada. You love your Chick-fil-A cookies. Come on.
That is my guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is a Chick-fil-A cookie warmed up. Ooh,
and mine's ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah.
Yeah. Although I haven't really ate ice cream in a long time, I noticed.
It's been a while for sure. Like a few months, I feel like.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of like what we eat. But as far as it goes, what is y'all's go-to playlist at the gym?
The Baby, 50 Cent. That's like my top.
Is it really?
Probably.
Okay, which song by The Baby?
The Baby, I mean, My Brother's Keeper goes crazy. Definitely I like those hard songs whenever I'm doing a PR. I'll be honest with you, I hear like Lágrimas del Corazón, you know, and that's from my Spanish speakers. It's a sad song, you know, and I definitely lived through it. So I remember that time as a kid, and I'm like, hey, you know, I want to make little Patrick proud. So that's definitely what, you know, it's not something that most people listen to at the gym. I never heard of nobody listening to something like that, but definitely I like those hard, deeper hitting things, you know, where like it makes me mad. Like, nah, like you really have to be your best, Patrick. Like, you can't fail this. There's like fight or flight mode, and I ain't gonna take flight. So
you're fighting demons.
Yeah, you got to. That's a must. It made me hype. I'm like, damn, just think about these songs. I'm ready to go hit the gym after this.
Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely have to hit it after this. For me, my go-to playlist depends. I honestly just
lo-fi
lo-fi girl. No, mine. It depends. So for the most part, I listen to house music. It would be deep house or, you know, Afro house. I feel like that's very popular right now, and it's like a new genre. I kind of like no lyrics because I just kind of get focused. I know my pre-workout, our pre-workout is the type that like stimulates your mind and keeps you mentally focused. It's not like the energy where I'm like, and like I'm itchy and stuff like that. Like this one's just very like, I like to be in tune. So like with the music, and I feel creative also whenever I'm just listening to songs, and I'm like, you know, whenever you are kind of resting, I'll think of like just random things. So that definitely helps me with my workouts. Those are our go-to playlist. And then just kind of going off of the next one, someone asked, how do you guys separate your relationship from business?
Shout out to whoever asked that. That's a good question. I'm waiting for the answer. Not just playing. Well, it's interesting. I mean, even when we started working together at first, it just kind of translated into it, right? In general contracting really includes everything, something simple from painting to installing floors to, you know, running by measurements, estimates. I mean, you help me with all the taxes as well, the company. So really, I mean, it involves a huge list of things.
Whenever we go to coffee shops, we're always working. Like, we don't go to coffee shops and just be like, so look at the sky today. Like, you know, we're always like doing, whether it's brainstorming, whether it's kind of like, okay, let's see where we're at financially. Let's see where are we lacking in our goals. Or if you're working on your school, like, you know, you're a law student. So, and I'm working like on my media stuff with clients and stuff. We're always doing something. But I think that's the thing is we both find, like joy in like building ourselves, if that makes sense. Like,
oh yeah, like you said, I mean, we really enjoy it, new coffee shops and all that. So work doesn't feel like work. So I think that's how we really separated, where we're laughing the whole time. We're playing music, where no matter where we're at, I mean, we go eat wherever, things like that. So work never feels like work. It don't matter if it's something simple, like just, you know, doing some little tax work, or if it's something like doing some floors, you know, it never feels like work, at least not to me. You know?
No, I totally agree. And that's true. I think that's what I was trying to say is like, it doesn't feel like work at all. And also just like loving what you do. And that goes back to just, it doesn't feel like work
at all, ever. Love it.
So our last question brought to you by I'm not gonna tell you who.
Find out it was you. But
it says, Patrick, when are you putting a ring on it? She's doing God's work. Why are you getting red?
It's the lighting.
That is funny. When I saw that question, I was like, wow, like she's a girl's girl.
Well, that is a great question. I mean, it's got to be a surprise. The best kind of prize is a surprise. So I can't just be like, hey, I'm going to do it on this date of this year. Then it's like, you know, it takes the fun out of it, the joy, the surprise.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like I kind of am at the age now where I do also think like when the time happens, it happens. I'm in no rush, like at all. I feel like I'm certain with you and things like that. And I feel like just because I don't have a ring or anything like that, like our dynamic isn't going to change much whenever you do put a ring on it.
I think as a guy, I feel like that's how we mostly feel. We're like,
oh, really?
We're already together. Like we're together. It's not like, I mean, I'm still going to keep doing the special things I do. And I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep dating. So it's like.
You're going to keep dating?
Like, you know what
I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
So it's like.
Who you going to keep dating?
So I don't know. You know, to me, sometimes in society, I feel like it is a contract for most people.
Yeah.
But I'm all with the celebration, big ass party, or, you know, I'll travel somewhere with the family, something nice, intimate. Fly out somewhere, fly everybody out. I think that's really a big thing too, is, you know, when that time comes, I want it to be special, not just, you know, just like when I asked you out, you know, it wasn't just, you know, I'm not a simple guy in certain ways. Cause I'm like,
not. You're like very extra.
I like the nicer things, you know, I like to make the moment nice. So obviously it's, you know, it takes time to really make something visually perfect, make a dream reality type of thing.
Even then, I feel like a lot of people also do ask us like, when are you guys getting married? Like, oh, you guys aren't married yet. Or even people have asked us like, so where are the kids? Like, are y'all gonna have kids?
Do you think that's a Mexican thing, or just, I mean, our age?
I don't know.
Just, I mean,
I really don't know, because you know, you always have that like tia or someone that's like, a ver, ¿cuándo van a tener niños or something?
Yeah. So what do you think about that question?
I personally, I'm just not a big fan. I know at least in our, like, you know, being Hispanic, it's like so often it kind of goes with the question like, ¿y la novia? ¿Y el novio? Like, when are you going to get a boyfriend? When are you going to get a girlfriend? I just feel like, why would you ask someone that? Like, what if someone doesn't want to have kids or can't have kids? So I'm like, that's a very like strong question to ask someone. I know personally, yes, because my dad even, he's always like, oh, I want grandkids or things like that. And
go ahead and ask me though. I'll give my straightforward answer here. Just
ask you, when are we going to have kids?
Well, saying as in if you're someone else, being completely honest with y'all, I feel like society has tried to normalize having kids at a young age and things like that. And, oh, you don't want to be old playing with them, this and that. It's like, it's not about that. It's about really, at least from what my parents taught me is, yeah, they went through it to be able to give me these opportunities to be in the U.S., to be able to drive my dream vehicle, to be able to be in my dream career, my dream school. So for me, I'm like, damn, a lot of people have kids and they don't even, how would I put it? I don't want to come off as like in any bad way. Props to everyone that has kids.
Oh yeah, because I don't have a kid, and sometimes I'd be losing my mind. Like I'll forget something, and then I'm like, if I had a kid, like I would lose it.
Or like imagine like our spontaneous trips, our being able to do what we want when we want without having to do anything. And most importantly, I feel like by having a kid, it does limit that. Because to me, my parents, I was their priority. So to me,
it takes a lot of selflessness to be a parent.
I feel like one needs to put their kid as a priority once they have a kid. They can't be out here just going out. They can't be like, at least in my in my aspect, because like I said, there's a lot of parents that leave their kids at home and go out every weekend and things like that. And that's cool, do you? But for me, that's not it. For me, I want to be able to be in a position where, the companies I'm able to step away from to really give a kid the time and love. And of course, be able to provide as one should, so that they're able to have all the opportunities that you did have or did not have,
Yeah, no, I see that viewpoint. That's true. I feel like, yeah, it does take a lot of selflessness. And I think just because of our goals right now and everything we want to accomplish, it does take a lot of our time. So I think like right now, that's just not what we have planned. Like, do we eventually want to have kids? Like I do. Like I definitely picture being a boy mom or a girl mom, but at the same time, it's kind of crazy. I feel like this could be like a whole nother topic, so I'll keep it brief. But like I feel like as well, I'm also sometimes scared. Like I think about it and I go back and forth, like, do I want kids? Do I not? Do I? Because I'm actually like scared. Like the world is so like crazy out there, and I'm like, bringing a kid out here, like I give parents props, and we are very spontaneous people, of course, so whenever we do have kids, that's going to change, and I know we're going to be super hyper focused on them and make sure we're giving them the best. But even then, I do sometimes question like I don't think anyone's ever ready to be a parent or things like that, but I sometimes am very like, I want to be perfect, not at everything, because I know whenever you are a parent, like it's trial and error type of thing, like you kind of learn. But I just kind of like not question myself, but just it just goes back and forth if I do want to have any. But that just kind of goes with, the wedding question and kids and everything. I feel like short answer is right now, that's not really what we're focused on.
Yeah, I think it's good to like map out your goals, so one of my big ones has always been, really be able to retire my parents.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to do that. So
it's kind of like taking care of the people that are in this world before you bring someone into the world. Like really caring for those that are here in this present moment.
Yeah, I mean, but there's some people that didn't have an option. It just kind of happened, but at the same time, that's just kind of our goals as well right now. So I agree with that as well. All right, you guys, that concludes the last question of today's episode 7.
We'll find out who said that last thing. They're gonna get the Metiche award.
That was me. No, when I saw her ask that, I was like, okay, she's definitely a girl's girl for asking that. But yeah, other than that, you guys, thank you so much, and thank you to my first ever guest. Even though you were here against your will, it just kind of happened. But I had so much fun answering these questions.
No, thank you, and I appreciate being here. Hopefully people took something away, and shout out to people viewing, because obviously if they're watching you, is to be able to learn something and grow. So keep doing what you're doing on this podcast.
I appreciate those words.
Keep watching.
Yes, you stole the words. You see, that's perfect. There you go. This is now your podcast.
All right, guys. So,
but thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. And we'll be having more guests in the future. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, I will see you guys next Tuesday. And don't forget to stay mindful. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.